Good morning, everyone. Adele here from Your Healing Path and Dare to Be Authentic. As promised, we're going to talk about boundaries. So, I did mention that I woke up quite feisty this morning, and I've managed to diffuse that just a little bit because I think that if you had been witness to that, you'd all be running for the hills in no time at all. When I get passionate about something, I get really, really passionate about it. So I have managed to temper myself a little bit. Hi, Lee. Yes, so I have managed to temper myself a little bit so that you all stay in the feed and you all stay in the group, because I'm a bit scary when I get passionate. So I even make myself laugh. There you go. Boundaries. You know, let's just take the word boundaries out of it and let's look at them for what they actually are. And they are rules. They're rules, people. They're rules that you were either taught growing up. They're rules that you put on yourself based on the reactions that you've had from other people when you've expressed who you are. And other people find that difficult to cope with. So you go, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't behave that way. And so you impose that rule on yourself. You impose that boundary on yourself that potentially that part of your personality is not acceptable. So just keep in mind that as we go through this, the intent, the content is about is about how to break through those boundaries or rules that are stopping you from achieving your ultimate success. Okay? So I'm not talking about that, if you feel like stabbing someone, you should go and stab someone. Oh, no, please. No. It's about breaking through the boundaries that are holding you back from your success, that are holding you back from what you want to achieve, that are holding you back from being your authentic self, okay? So boundaries exist to keep us safe one way or another. They're either imposed on us when we were children and they're the rules of growing up, or, as I said, we put them there ourselves because we had an adverse reaction when we expressed who we were. That's a hard one to overcome. It is a hard one to overcome, but you can do it. Boundaries are basically discipline on your behavior. I'm just genius sometimes, really. I mean, really. Those disciplines are there either through, they've been put there either, race, religion, gender, socioeconomic status, all of those things. They are the disciplines expected of you and how you should conduct yourself based on any number of those things. All of them, one of them, two of them, whatever the case may be. The other aspect about boundaries is that the ones we put on ourselves, they're the ones that we have put there because we need to protect ourselves. You want to protect yourself from being rejected. You want to protect yourself from being hurt. You want to protect yourself from the nasties of life. Who wants the nasties? No one really wants the nasties, right? So, how do you overcome a boundary? There's a lot out there about, if people overstep your boundaries, and the potential for hurt in that. And that's very real. That's very, very real. Then about setting boundaries for yourself. What I haven't found in looking for more information about it is, what do you want instead? What do you want instead? If you are being treated a particular way, or you feel a particular way, what do you want instead? Look, I've got my wog hand going on here. What do you want instead? If you feel that people aren't respecting your time, what do you want instead? If you feel that people aren't respecting you and what you have to offer, what do you want instead? Take a moment to think about that. If you're being treated a particular way and it doesn't make you feel good, what do you want instead? And then aim for that. To me, approaching it from this perspective actually takes the hard work out of it. It really does. You know, you don't have to sit there and psychoanalyze why these boundaries are there. Not yet, anyway. Let's just get rid of them first, and then we'll work out how they got there. Let's get you started on breaking through those boundaries. Let's get you moving in the direction that you want to move. And sure, then we'll address everything else, but let's get you moving. So how do you do that? Look at what's happening. Work out if the behavior you're receiving or the behavior that you're displaying is really you. Is it you? Is it a shadow of your upbringing? Is it residue of an event that harmed you? If it's any of those things, it doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to who you are. It doesn't belong to who you are about to become. So identify that. And again, you know, that can be challenging. That can be quite challenging. You know, you go through a gamut of emotions when you know, you're looking at things like that. And I appreciate that that can be a challenging process. But do it for yourself. What is stopping you from having what you want? Is it something that you learnt when you were a kid? Is it something that you had to conform to? Is it something that was an event that hurt you? And you now have a boundary in place to stop that happening again. It could be all of those things. And to start, just decide what you want instead. I have got notes up here. But you know, when the passion bubbled up, it all went completely different. I do want to say that when you do start pushing your boundaries, other people won't understand what's going on, and they will try and keep you in a box. The box that they are comfortable with. The box that you yourself have put yourself into for whatever reason. When you come across that resistance to you wanting to change, you got to dig deep. You got to dig deep, and you got to stand in your power and say, actually, this is who I want to be. This is what I want my life to be moving forward. This is how I want to behave. This is how I want to feel. And if you can stand in that power, then you can take a step forward. And here's the interesting thing. When you do that, as I've said time and again, you start building confidence in yourself. The first time that you can stand up for yourself, the first time that you can stand in your own power, you build a little bit of confidence. And that gives you momentum to keep going. On the flip side, the first time someone shoots you down, ooh, that's not fun. And you got to dig deep. You got to go back to, what do I really want? What am I aiming for? What do I want to feel? What do I want to do? What do I want to be? And you find that again. Might be a different answer the second time round. Life is ever evolving. We are ever evolving. Our emotions, our everything about us is ever evolving. If you came up with an answer 3 months ago and you've worked through it, you ask yourself those same questions today, you'll come up with different answers about what you want, about who you want to be. Because we grow, we evolve. But that only starts when you start realizing what you want instead. So, think about what you want instead. Think about what you've got, who you are, how you feel, and then work out what you want instead. And just watch those boundaries start to drop away. Just watch as you start to progress and you start to build confidence and you start to see the brilliant magnificence of who you can be. And I think that's all I have to say on the subject, people. As always, if this topic is challenging for you, book some time to talk to me. You know, I'm not just smart. I'm not just smart. The intuitive aspect of the work that I do gives you answers when you can't find them. When you and I work together and you can't find the words and you can't find the answers, I do. I find them because they're in your body. They're in your energy. And that's where I find them. So, if you want to find the answers, book some time. Let's talk. Have a fabulous day. I have to go and diffuse some more of this passion, otherwise I'm never going to get any work done today. Have a fabulous day, and as always, I'm here for you. This is my job. This is what I do. Thank you, Lee. This is my job. This is what I do. It's my passion. I'd love for each and every one of you to experience what that's like. Have a fabulous day. Mwah! Didn't even need many magic juice today. Sending you all such enormous amounts of love. And I hope that when you close your eyes, you feel it coming your way. Love you. Bye.